Welcome to the Gaggle, where we talk politics in Arizona and beyond. This week, President Trump ends a program that protects dreamers from deportation, and Congress has way too much on its plate. But we start, Yvonne, with the ESA program. There's an effort to overturn the expansion of the state school vouchers. How's it going?
The group Save Our Schools Arizona has collected the necessary number of signatures to put this thing on the ballot. We still have several, or a couple, I guess, counties outstanding. They have not reported their numbers, but Maricopa County just reported theirs, and it puts the group well over the necessary number of signatures to put this thing on the November 2018 ballot. It will be known as Proposition 305. If enough voters vote no on 305, it essentially would overturn or get rid of the expansion of the school voucher program. If they vote yes, it will stay in place.
And what's the political fight looking like?
It's unclear. I spent a lot of time talking with folks down at the Capitol to try to get a sense of, how they might move forward on this thing. They don't know yet what they're going to do. I think those conversations will start. There are three options. You could let this thing go to the ballot and hope and pray that they win. You could, meaning the people who support it, they would hope and pray that they would win. The second option would be to just repeal it outright, get rid of it before it could go to the ballot and go to voters. Or three, repeal it and then replace it. And if you replace it, you could replace it with a nearly identical language and still expand it, or you could do it piecemeal.
Speaking of repeal and replace, Dan, Trump said he's going to end the DACA program, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. And this allowed dreamers to stay in the country, get work permits, and be promised that they wouldn't be deported for 2-year periods. So where does it go from here? Is Congress going to take some action so they can replace it?
Well, Trump has given Congress 6 months, which to most Americans probably seems like a lot of time. For Congress, it's not very much time at all. They've got a lot to do anyway. They have a heavy agenda. But some lawmakers are saying, this is something we've been trying to do since 2001, and maybe this kind of sense of emergency, this sense of urgency, this timetable that we got to get it done within 6 months might be what it finally takes for them to do it, to enact the DREAM Act. There are several different iterations of the DREAM Act floating around already. Trump hasn't said, whether he'd sign any particular one or if he favors one approach to another. And Trump himself kind of muddied the waters a little bit too by tweeting that if Congress can't get it done in the 6 months he gave him, well, maybe he'll revisit the issue, which may undo that sense of urgency that some lawmakers were saying might actually be positive in terms of getting something done.
So 6 months for Congress, that would be 26 work weeks for the normal American. For them, it's probably, 4 or 5 work weeks?
Right, yeah, not very much at all, especially when they have a lot of other things to do.
Ron, so you've written about how much Congress has on its plate as it comes back. Among them, Hurricane Harvey and some relief. There was a vote on that. How did that turn out?
Well, it turned out 419-3 in the House that they wanted to send almost $8 billion to FEMA to direct to the Harvey relief. Among the three that said no was Arizona's Andy Biggs. So he evidently did not like some of the associated language that tied some foreign spending money to this, and of course took a principled vote that put him in the short end of a 419-3 score on that. But yeah, for now, the Harvey Relief Fund, now that goes to the Senate, where I expect it will probably find broad support as well. But that's only one of the many things on the plate for Congress at this point.
So what are you watching for this week, Yvonne?
There is a lawsuit trying to challenge some of the signatures on the school voucher expansion referendum. I want to see how that plays out.
Right.
The debt ceiling, there's been some movement on how that might play out. We want to see how the votes line up for that.
And Senator John McCain back on the job in Congress. I'll be trying to keep tabs on what he's up to.
That's it for this week. If you want more Gaggle, subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. See you next week.